Proverbs 5 verses 1 to 5. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Turn your ear to my words of insight, that you may maintain discretion and your lips may preserve knowledge. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. I'll say this as someone who calls themselves a Christian. I am still learning, still growing, and still being corrected by God. That one ride changed everything. It pushed me to take my faith seriously, not just in words, but in how I live every day. It was a Thursday night, just past 10 p.m. I had been driving for Uber for a few extra hours, trying to make a little more money before heading home. My wife had texted me earlier, reminding me not to stay out too late. My kids had school in the morning. Life was normal, or at least, I thought it was. I accepted one last ride before calling it a night. The pickup location was in a part of town I didn't frequent. Quiet, upscale, the kind of place where the streetlights seem softer and the houses look like they belong in a magazine. When I pulled up, I saw her immediately. She was already standing outside, waiting. Most people are still inside when you arrive. They check their phone, then walk out. But she was just there, like she knew exactly when I would arrive. She opened the back door slowly and slid into the seat. "Good evening," she said, her voice calm, smooth, almost too smooth. "Evening," I replied, glancing in the rearview mirror. And that's when I felt it, that strange awareness. "You've been driving a long time tonight," she said. "Yeah, just trying to finish up," I answered, keeping it casual. She smiled faintly. "I know." Something about the way she said it made my chest tighten. We hadn't even started the ride, and already it felt like she knew more than she should. I pulled off and followed the GPS. For a few minutes, it was quiet. Then she spoke again. "You have a family, don't you?" My hands tightened on the steering wheel. "Yeah," I said cautiously. "I do." "A wife," she continued, "and kids." I glanced at her in the mirror again. "How'd you know that?" She tilted her head slightly, almost amused. "You just seem like that kind of man." It didn't sit right. There was something deeper behind her words, like she wasn't guessing, she was confirming. I tried to shake it off and focus on the road, but she kept talking. "You work hard for them," she said. "Long hours, late nights." I didn't respond this time, pretending I did not hear her. Then her tone shifted. "You ever get tired of it?" That question lingered in the air. "What do you mean?" I asked. "Always doing the right thing," she said. "Always being responsible. Always saying no to yourself." I felt something stir inside me, something uncomfortable. Because if I'm being honest, that question hit somewhere real. But at the same time, something in my spirit started to feel uneasy, like a quiet warning. "I'm good," I said firmly. "I'm blessed." She let out a soft laugh. "Blessed," she repeated. "That's a strong word." We pulled into her destination shortly after, a large, quiet house tucked away from the street. I stopped the car. The ride was over, or at least it should have been. But she didn't get out right away. Instead, she leaned forward slightly, close enough that I could feel the shift in the atmosphere. "You could come inside," she said, just like that. No hesitation, no build-up, just invitation. And in that moment, everything slowed down. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I felt the pull. It wasn't just about her. It was the idea, the temptation, the escape from responsibility, even if just for a moment. The whisper that said, "No one will know." And right then, clearer than anything I've ever experienced, I heard it. Not out loud, but deep in my spirit. Leave. Simple, direct, no explanation, just go. I sat there for a second, and my mind immediately tried to do what minds do, rationalize. "It's just a moment. You've been working hard. You deserve this." But that voice didn't change. "Leave. Don't rationalize." I swallowed hard, because now I understood what this really was. This wasn't just a ride. This wasn't just a woman. This was a test, a line in the sand. And I knew if I crossed it, something in me would break, something deeper than just trust. So I shook my head. "I can't," I said quietly. For the first time, her expression changed. Not angry, not surprised, just cold. "You sure?" she asked. And for a split second, the temptation hit again, but the voice came back stronger. Leave. I didn't say another word. I put the car in drive and pulled off. I didn't look back. I didn't hesitate. I just left. And as I drove away, something strange happened. The weight I didn't even realize I was carrying lifted. Like I had just stepped out of something I couldn't fully see. When I got home that night, I didn't go straight to bed. I sat in my car for a minute, thinking, processing, praying. That night changed me. I started taking my spiritual life seriously because I understood now. Discernment isn't optional, and obedience can't be delayed. If I had stayed, if I had entertained it, if I had tried to think it through instead of obeying immediately, I don't know where I'd be. But I do know this: God doesn't always explain. Sometimes He just says, leave. And your obedience in that moment can save you from something you never saw coming. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. 1 Corinthians 10:13